We're going to talk about an incredible woman now. In 1927, Mercedes Gleitze became the first British woman to swim the Channel. Later that same year, she became the first person to swim the Strait of Gibraltar and went on to set many more remarkable swimming records.
Yeah, her achievements made her a celebrity in the 1920s and 30s before she completely disappeared from the public eye. Well, today her life and achievements as a pioneer of British swimming will be celebrated in Brighton. Here's David Sillito.
Sunrise, Brighton seafront. There's frost on the ground and the sea is a mass of chilly, bobbing heads.
Amazing, we saw the sun come up. Beautiful.
You need to go for yourself to find out. I don't think you can ever persuade anyone with words. You need to experience it.
The early morning cold water dip has become a thing. Thousands of us in recent months have started to enjoy the physical and mental boost it can bring.
And it's not just because it's a beautiful place for an early morning dip. The reason we're here in Brighton is because this was the home of a pioneer of this madness.
Her name was Mercedes Gleitze, the first British woman to swim the Channel and the Straits of Gibraltar and around the Isle of Man. She was, in the 20s and 30s, a major celebrity. Even when she got married, her honeymoon, a swim across the Hellespont in Turkey.
Today for Turkey to attend the Hellespont, and I hope to win for England this additional swimming honour.
Now, 100 years on, Kirsten Callaghan has spent 3 years recreating those experiences for a film celebrating the life of Mercedes Gleitze. A role that was about more than just learning lines. She really had to swim the swims.
It's very cold and it changes so quickly. There was seasickness and I had really bad cramp. During the winter when it was very, very cold. Sometimes if I lost my nerve, I would have to say, what would Mercedes do? What would Mercedes do? Because she always stayed calm. It just made me appreciate Mercedes more for what she did and how brave she was to do it and do it alone.
And if you've never heard of Mercedes, you're in good company. Even her own family had only a sketchy idea of her achievements until they found her archive after she died.
I knew my grandmother well, I spent a lot of time with her, but she never spoke to me about swimming.
You knew nothing about the swimming?
Nothing. She never spoke to me about swimming at all. In fact, she lied about the fact that she was a swimmer to the neighbours that she lived with. You know, she was challenged. You know, you're Mercedes Gleitze, aren't you?
She would deny who she was.
It's laughable because it's obvious who she was, but she denied who she was because she didn't want that life anymore.
What would you want to take from her these days? I mean, what is her message?
I think the central message from Mercedes Gleitze is that such an incredible example to people generally and to women. I'm so glad to be able to talk about my grandmother with my daughter, for example, because it just shows you can do anything.
This film is honouring a pioneer. Mercedes Gleitze had done it on her own. A secretary who'd started swimming in her spare time and used her fame to raise money to provide housing for the homeless. And now, an inspiration for today's hardy souls enjoying the pleasures and challenges of a rapidly growing way of embracing the therapeutic joys of a cold, wet winter.
What a way to start the morning. It's fantastic. The most perfect sunrise. Glorious sunshine. A little bit chilly.
David Sillito, BBC News, Brighton.
It's made Brighton look really quite toasty there.
What an amazing story.
What an amazing woman.
Mercedes Gleitze, I feel like I've learnt a lot.
We like her, don't we?
Yeah, pioneer.
Pioneer.
Yeah.
It is 6:26.
It is correct. Should we get some news from